text messages daily like these. Every day, no matter what, I think of you. I will love you like no other. I need you, baby. I deserve you. I don't want this life without you. Sounds like a former lover who can't handle the thought of breaking up. But actually, the person behind these texts is a former female friend of my first guest, Traci. Take a look.
Jinda's beyond obsessed with me. Jinda is sick and needs help. When we first met, Jinda would text me 50 plus times a day. She would text me, "Good morning, my love. I love you." She would text me and say, "I'm right down the street. I need some Traci love." I got a little creeped out. It didn't seem normal to me. She would show affection to my kids and she would call them her babies, her family, her loves, just like I would. Jinda would try to hang out with friends of mine. One of my best friends said to me, "It's like it's single white female. She's trying to be you." I told her she was inserting herself too far into my life and that she needed to stop. She got very angry. She would go from, "I love you, I need you back in my life," to you in a matter of moments. The most recent text I got, "Traci, I can't get you off of my mind. Please love me again. I need you, Traci. I can't just give up on us. We were so special. I've never wanted anything more than this." Jinda lied and told her husband that I was well on my way to an affair. And then her husband sent a text to my husband. There was definitely a jealousy seed planted. Divorce was mentioned. She's definitely out to hurt my family. She's trying to destroy it.
Okay, now, everybody has friends, and sometimes it can go, I don't know, maybe a friend kind of encroaches or gets too involved. But that's not what we're talking about here, right? You say this has gone way too far.
Way too far.
You're scared even talking about this right now, aren't you? Tell me what you're thinking right now.
I'm afraid of what's going to happen after.
Do me a favor. I want you to take a deep breath and understand that we're here to work the problem. Mm-hmm. This has gone on for a long time, right? And this just hasn't stopped.
It hasn't stopped.
So let's talk about what we're dealing with here. The first time you met her was what?
I was looking for a cake for my daughter's 4th birthday.
So you were buying a cake for a birthday party?
Yes.
And she did what? She wanted to borrow some money?
Yeah, after she delivered the cake, she had, emailed me again and asked me how everything was. I told her it was great, it was wonderful, thank you so much. I'll definitely use you again for, other birthdays. I have 4 kids.
Right.
And she then proceeded to ask me to invest my money into her company.
And she wanted what, $20,000?
Like $20,000, yeah.
Okay, was that a red flag?
Yes.
Okay, and your gut instinct said something to you?
Yes.
Okay, and listen, the reason I've said that, and you may, I've written a book right now called Life Code, and Life Code talks about the fact that we need to start listening to our gut instinct.
Agree.
I did this with my son Jay, and we talked about it because we were born into very different worlds. The world's changing right now.
Right.
And we don't listen enough to our gut instincts, and I'll talk about that later. But your gut instinct right then said something was wrong. You didn't see her for a while, and then you run into her.
Yes.
She starts texting you. Mm-hmm. How often?
Like 50 plus times a day.
50 times a day. Did that seem odd to you, though, that you're getting those?
Yeah.
I'm very clear about that. Take a look at this. You'll understand.
It would not surprise me if Jinda wanted to be more than friends with me. Her infatuation with me is extremely scary. She has sent me texts saying, "Let me show you how beautiful you are." And I would say to her, "No, Jinda, I'm not like that." She would grope me and touch me, kiss on me, grabbing my breasts, grabbing my butt, slapping my butt, kissing on my face. I was weirded out about her doing it. She would buy me drinks. She would say, "You'll loosen up some if you drink some more." She texted me recently saying that she needed me to love her again. "Please let me love you." The problem is, I don't feel for her the way she feels for me.
I would like Traci to listen to Jinda describe how much their friendship means to her. Now, by the way, she hasn't been listening to any of this so far. She's backstage. She hasn't been hearing anything that we've been saying. But I want y'all to meet her by video. So here's a look at Jinda, the friend.
I miss my friend Traci, and I need her back in my life very badly. Traci has a killer smile. It'll melt your heart. It'll make your bad days go away. I miss that smile. I need that smile. I'm willing to do what I can to get that smile back every day. I never met a woman that I had a connection with until Traci came along. Traci and I would talk from morning until night. I was her pea, she was my carrot. That made me feel a part of something very, very special. I'm pushing really hard to get Traci back into my life. I sent Traci a message saying that we needed couples therapy. I will tell her how beautiful she is. I tell Traci I miss her coffee. Coffee does not taste the same anymore. Traci is my past, she's my present, and she's my future. No one can ever take that away from me. I'm not gonna stop until I get that connection back. If I could see Traci in person, I would probably fight everything inside me not to just go up to her and hug her and not stop. I love her.
Let me tell you.
I met Traci. We clicked. We didn't meet as friends, but we clicked as friends. She held my hand through some horrible times in my life. She was the catalyst, her and her husband, to introduce me to my husband. I am not perfect. I was not a perfect friend. I said some things that I should not have said. But when I love people in my life, I love them unconditionally. I don't think a person should be judged for the things that they say when they're hurt and they're angry. And I don't think it's fair to just cut someone out of your life that you said, she said she loved me.
Do you think that you have violated boundaries in your relationship with her?
I don't think so.
Have you texted her up to 50 times a day?
If it was back and forth, yes, I'm sure. I didn't constantly text her back or text her with no replies.
Yeah. Did you send her a text that said, I can't get you out of my mind? I swear I will love you the right way. I will love you like no other. I need you. I deserve you. I miss your face. I don't want anything but your love. I deserve it. I can't stand this, Traci. I need you. I don't want this life without you. I need you, baby. I can't bear to let you go. Does that...
That sounds horrible.
First off, did you write those texts?
Yes.
I just want to text you and hear that beep every day, no matter what I think of you. I wanted to be your soft place to fall. I want to beg you to stay. There is not a moment I don't want to message you. Does that seem as it's violated a boundary?
I'm thinking it does now. I didn't, no. I didn't, because we had such a close bond. We just had a close bond. And it may sound strange to other people, but it
doesn't sound strange to you.
It didn't sound strange. No, it doesn't, because...
Have you said I love Traci more than family?
As much as family, yes. She
No,
was
you said
family
more
too.
than family.
More than some of my family, yes.
Have you said Traci is my past, present, and future?
She was there for me in my past when I didn't think I had anybody, and she was there for me every second. I just felt a bond with her that I hadn't felt with anybody else. Mm-hmm. And the present is everything that happens. I found a light. I loved her as I don't know what to say.
Do you think you're obsessed with her?
No, I don't.
Do you drive by her house? Be honest.
I have, yeah. I have.
Correct?
No.
Because, I was reading what you said, and you said you've been that way with other people in your life. You've been that way here, you've been that way here, you've been that way here, right?
Yes.
I'm not listing their names because there's no sense dragging them into this, but that's 1, 2, 3 other people. And now she would be a fourth that we know of. So this is kind of a pattern with you, right?
Yes.
So maybe it isn't her that is the reason you breathe. Maybe it's
So silly.
you, right?
Right.
This was the most encouraging thing I've heard you say. And you repeated here today. You said, quote, I'm a needy, clingy person. I need to know that my friends love me. I need a lot of attention. I need constant text and communications. That's a quote from you. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that's encouraging to me?
Because I acknowledge it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And because you see that, that gives me some measure of encouragement. Because there is something wrong here.
Okay.
This isn't healthy.
Okay.
Now, do you want to know why Traci's not out here?
Yeah. I mean,
Because in my professional opinion, it isn't healthy for her to be out here.
Okay.
I do think you're obsessed with her, but I don't think this is about her at all.
Okay.
I think she's just in the person that's currently in your crosshairs. You just need to be in love. You need to be loved. You need to be infatuated. You need to be intensely in that drama. And, you know, I haven't evaluated you. I haven't done diagnostics on you, but, you know, there's something called personality disorders. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Some people have arthritis, some people have personality disorders. And there are different clusters in personality disorders. And if you were to see somebody professionally, they would go through that. There are 3 clusters of personality disorders. There's clusters A, B, and C.
Okay.
And cluster A is odd and eccentric behaviors. That's not you. B is dramatic, emotional, or erratic disorders. You would fall into there if I would suspect if I was just looking at you. And C, anxious or fearful disorders, and you would fall in there. Now, under B, there are a couple that I would look at if I were looking at you. Histrionic disorders, attention-seeking behavior that includes sexual seductiveness and emotions inappropriate in typical society. They don't recognize boundaries. And narcissistic disorder, pervasive patterns of grandiosity, need for attention, and lack of empathy for others. Meaning you don't pay attention to the fact that this is bothering somebody else. And then in cluster C, anxious or fearful disorders, dependent disorder. That's pervasive psychological dependence on other individuals. I'd be looking at those 3 things, and those all sound kind of like what you described down here. Now again, I'm not diagnosing you because I can't do that without sitting down and doing a prolonged clinical interview and an appropriate set of psychometrics and all, and to do the proper diagnosis. But if you saw someone professionally, I would say to them, I think you should pay attention to whether I fall into one of these categories and see if you can give me some help with this, because I don't want to. Holly has absolutely no remorse for purposely stabbing her in the back, resulting in a 3-year silence among sisters.
I haven't spoken to my sister Holly in 3 years because I cheated on my husband. She has decided to take his side. I was wrong for cheating, but I feel it was none of my sister's business. After I left my husband, I went on vacation with my current boyfriend and received a phone call from my sister calling me the biggest whore on the face of the earth. I ended up turning my phone off, and when I turned my phone on the next morning, there was 17 voicemails verbally bashing me over and over again. When I left my husband, Holly purposely befriended him to get back at me. She took my husband's side during my custody and divorce trial. My sister wrote an affidavit to the court stating that she did not feel I was a good mother and that my ex-husband would be better off with my kids. My sister also offered to help out my current boyfriend's now ex-wife during his court proceedings to show up and testify on what a terrible person that I was. I was absolutely livid. She does owe me an apology.
Well, Holly could not see this more differently. She insists she has done nothing wrong, and the words "I'm sorry" will never come out of her mouth.
My older sister Carrie is a lying, manipulative person. I'm content not talking to my sister. The affair that she had was the straw that broke the camel's back. Being caught in a handicapped restroom stall with her husband 20 feet away. What she did was wrong. I did side with her husband. After she was caught cheating, she left and did not see her kids for about 3 months. She's a master manipulator, and she can convince anybody she's the victim. I'm not sure why she called Dr. Phil. Her list of embarrassing actions is a mile long, and if she wants me to come on national TV and reveal that laundry list, then I'm more than willing to do that. The words "I'm sorry" will not be coming out of my mouth.
Okay, why did you want to be here, Carrie?
To get a resolution, at least to make it feasible to have family gatherings and for everybody to get along. It's been 3 years.
So you want a relationship with your sister,
Absolutely.
and you feel like the betrayal is that she sided with your husband rather than you and your blood.
Yes.
Although you don't expect her to endorse what you did.
I don't endorse what I did. I never have. I know what I did was wrong, but for my whole family to turn against me for leaving my marriage.
Of being manipulative and deceitful. Is that true or not?
She's never been held accountable for anything she's done. She's great at playing the victim.
Yeah, I had to have help from my mom and dad, on occasion
To
and
get your
things
hair
like
done?
that. I never borrowed money to get my hair done.
You're a liar.
I mean, my parents did help me, and my parents have helped her too. She's usually only came around when she needed to borrow money.
I've not
So-
borrowed money from
And-
Mom in about
and-
5 years, and the last time I did it was $20.
And really, if my parents did help me out, it's none of her business anyway.
You're making it everybody's business.
What's your problem?
My problem is that you left him high and dry, and
I left him, not
Yeah.
my family. When you all show up at court on my divorce hearings and you're sitting next to him and nobody even looks at me, when I go to court for a domestic violence and you're all sitting there
Yeah.
making me out to look like the bad person, hello, I didn't get arrested.
because you know as well as I do, he didn't lay a hand on you. Mom
Okay,
was
so
upstairs.
yeah, I know Mom was
You didn't-
upstairs and
you
didn't
didn't
even
think-
come down to help me.
Because she didn't hear anything.
Yeah, but the
You
neighbors
really
ended
think-
up
you
calling
really
the cops
think-
because they heard me
Because,
screaming.
and I know how you are. You play the victim. You probably busted out the door and was screaming and, help me, help me.
you hear
I know how
this?
you are.
What do you mean?
The police department has pictures. They wouldn't have arrested him if there weren't any marks or anything on me. That's how it
Whenever
works.
the cops are called, somebody goes to jail.
Yes, the person with marks on them go to jail.
I'm sure you were completely innocent.
You know what? There's
And you know
there
what? He told you not to come in the house.
You're gonna need more water.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty good. I've got you talking more than you have in 3 years.
Yeah, she falsely. It's true. She falsely accused him of domestic violence.
Look, here's the thing. Seriously, let me. I hate to interrupt because you are talking, which is good. But here's the thing. You don't like everything that she does, and you don't like everything that she does. She's sitting over here being very righteous and judgmental, and you're sitting over there like holier than thou. It's hard to be pious given your history, but you're pulling it off. You two clearly are sisters. All I'm saying is, look, I don't want you to lose your sister because she made some really bad decisions. Please, the two of y'all sit down and talk about this. You don't have to say you're sorry, and you don't have to say you're sorry, but sit down and talk this through. You love your sister, do you not?
Yes.
And you love your sister, do you not?
Absolutely.
You don't like the way she's treated you, the names that she's called you. You don't like the choices she's made and the turmoil she's created for your family, but you love her Resolve those things or not, but love each other. And you're not as right as you think you are.
Okay.
And you're not as victim as you think you are. But listen, don't